I just got off a 40-minute call with the Crocoblock team where they walked me through everything they've been building. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't been this excited about a website builder in a long time because it's been designed completely differently from everything else, you know. Now I'm sure we can all relate to this. When you work with AI, it can become really frustrating, especially after your 25th round of revision and you still haven't got the results you were expecting. And frankly, sometimes I feel like screaming at my screen. But what you're about to see is a game changer. Wait till I show you what Crocoblock have come up with for us. Their new AI website builder fixes exactly all those frustrations we've been experiencing while working with AI by giving you full control. And by the way, it's going to get increasingly more interesting as we cover all these features, so buckle up. All right, let me show you. So welcome to your WordPress dashboard. So we have Croco Builder installed. So now we can create a page. So let's create a new page together. So let's give it a title. So for instance, Mr. Web, and I'm going to edit this with Croco. And there you go. This is what it looks like inside. So by the side, you have the basic elements. You have the WordPress native, collections, and components as well. And right here on top, you have all the tools. So you have CSS classes manager, common styles, CSS variables manager, import and export design system, query builder, and the component builder. So we're going to touch up on all of these in a moment. And obviously the design will be fully responsive. So you have everything for desktop PCs, you have tablets and mobile phones, and you can customize all the breakpoints right here as well. And once you start stacking up all the different elements, you will see them here in the elements tree as well. Now I can hear you already probably wondering, but what's so special about this builder? Well, it's very simple. It's AI powered, but on top of that, it gives you full control over the design. Let me show you. So let's say you found a nice template or a nice website online that you'd like to recreate or maybe use as inspiration, but you don't want to spend 6 to 8 hours recreating the whole website yourself, creating all the sections, all the heading, etc., etc. So instead of this, you could ask Croco Builder to recreate it for you. And for this, all you have to do is to use the AI assistant. So right now, as you can see here underneath, we are using OpenAI, but you can also set this up with Anthropic, in which case you can use any of those models, including Claude Fable 5. And for this, obviously, you'll have to connect your own AI provider through a connector. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a screenshot of the hero section. I'm going to drop it here, and then I'm going to ask it to recreate this hero section. So I'm going to run the prompt now. Oh, now watch this. And there you go. This is our hero section completely rebuilt in just a few seconds using different elements on our page, and each one of them is fully customizable. Now here by the side, you have the element tree. So if I expand this, as you can see, you have the full structure of our hero section, and you can drill down as far as those images here. As you can see, this is our block here. It'll be highlighted. Expand, 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 and here we have those small little images, and each one of those is fully customizable. Like your main heading here, for instance, as you can see here, the CSS class was created as hero title. Underneath we have the content, so this is text, and you can also add custom CSS if you wanted to. So as you can see, those two colors are slightly different. This one is a shade of blue, and the main color will be fetched from here. So this is FFFFF, which is white. So if you go and have a quick preview in the front end, this is the result so far. So this is crafting custom IT solutions, 2 different colors. So heading, subheading, our little pop-up window here, and the image here, which we can replace, obviously, you know. So as you can see, this is not far from the original one. It's very close, and now you can give it your own personal touch and customize this either using the controls, or you can use raw CSS as well. There it is. This is the raw CSS code, which might be a lot faster for some of you. Now, if you go back to the front end and examine the source code, so let's select the heading here, for instance. As you can see here, this is a very clean code. So this is your hero heading, subheading, this is the main container, and the full hero section. And you get such a clean code because it's using atomic DOM output, and this is why it's so fast to load as well. And inside the editor, you can also access the code directly, or you can go into dev mode or simply use AI. And it gets even better. Have a look at this now. So this is the bit that ties everything together. So let's go to the tools here, and let's have a look at CSS Classes Manager. this is where you'll find, well, you'll guess it, all the CSS classes used on your website. And if you want to customize one of them, so let's say maybe the buttons here. So this is button green, that's the preview here. And I can use the control here to customize everything. Or again, you can use raw CSS if you prefer. So next we have the common styles. So here are all your global settings, like your heading, for instance, your body and so on. So if I click on this, for instance, this is the complete design hierarchy of your website. And again, you can customize literally everything. And finally, we have the CSS variables manager. So first you have all the color variables. So whatever color you have here, if you change it, it will reflect back throughout the whole website. We also have the size variables and font variables. And then we have the import design system. And let's say if you're not starting from scratch, say you've already got a Figma file or maybe some CSS file from another project, you don't even have to build the whole system by hand. Feed it here and it will spit out a proper CSS variables and classes from it and import the whole thing straight in. And that's it. Whatever AI is going to build after that is never going to be off brand. Now here's where it actually gets fun. Check out components. And right here you'll find a complete library like no other, and I'm fairly certain you've never seen anything like it before. You know, when you use the standard widgets in other builders like pre-built pricing cards or testimonials, you're completely locked in whatever fixed set of fields the developer gave you. Well, sure, you can style them, but you can't just drop a new custom element inside if there isn't a preset field for it. And this is where the component builder stands out. It has a completely different approach. Now, just to mention that all these components you see on screen are tests that we run ourselves. So normally you have to click on add new HTML CSS component to create your own one. So let's open one here as an example. So maybe pricing card. And by the way, I'd like to mention that the component we are going to discover was created using the AI assistant. So all we did was to enter a prompt. So create pricing element with repeater features and properties. And that's basically it. And check this out. From here, you have full control over your component. So here you have the live preview. So this is what it looks like in the front end. So this is, if you wish, like a block or a widget in Elementor. It's the same principle. Right here, you have the HTML code, and you can customize it directly from here in the editor, and the same with the CSS code as well. And on the left-hand side are all your settings. So first, we have all the different properties. So as you can see, we need obviously the plan name. So this has been added. We have the token, the type, the default value, and also the description. Now, as you can see, we have one here, and then underneath we need the price, obviously. So we added that as well. We have the price, this is the token, this is the type, the default value, and the description. We also have features right here, as you can see, included in this project, the team members, analytics and support, whatever you want to list here. This has to be rendered as a repeater, obviously. And again, you'll find your default values and also everything that's got to do with your label, the text, and the description. And right at the bottom, this is where this is going to blow your mind. As you can see, you can register this as a block. So if you decide to enable this feature and save your changes, you can go to any page and edit them either using Crocoblock or even Gutenberg. Open your components library, look for pricing here. There we have it, and drop it on your page. And check this, this is our component. Now if I click on it, right here by the side, we have all the fields that we created. We have the plan name, the prices, price note, our repeater here, item 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly the same way we created it. But that's not it. We also have the children slot. So what is this exactly? Well, if you insert this code here and insert it inside my HTML code, so for instance here, and then save those changes. Now, if you edit another page using your Crocoblock builder, you can insert that component directly on your page. So there it is. So let's drag and drop it. And as you can see right here in the middle, you can drop any element that you want inside it. So let's try this. I click on the plus sign and maybe I want to insert some heading here, drag and drop, and there you go. Now the possibilities are literally endless. I mean, think about how huge that is. Your styles and components follow you everywhere, even inside the WordPress block editor. And that's not it. There's more to come. While we're talking about saving time, look at what they did with layouts. Very good. So right here by the side, we have the query loop and also collection that you can insert directly inside your page without having to exit the editor. So the query loop and the collection work roughly the same way with a slight distinction. So let's start with the query loop first. Now, obviously, because this is a query loop, you need to display some elements dynamically. So before you can select the data source, you have to set it up. So we go to Tools, Query Builder, you add a new query here. You give it a name, for instance, blog post, and here you're going to select the query type. So in our case, because this is blog post, we're going to select post, but you can also select terms, users, comments, JSON array, and current WP query. So let's go ahead with post. You can enter a description if you want to, and then you have all different options here underneath that you can customize for each and every application. After this, simply save that. And now we can select our data source. So here we're going to select our latest post. And now we can insert elements inside there. So let's click on the plus sign. So we're going to have a heading maybe, just like that. And inside the heading, we were going to fetch this dynamically. So click on those brackets here and you have different options. So you have the post ID, the title, the slug, and so on. So I'm going to insert the title here and then you can delete this. Okay. And then done. Very good. And then we're going to insert as well maybe a bit of text underneath. So let's take maybe the excerpt this time. So again, we go to the variables. We're going to select the excerpt. We can delete the rest of the text and then done. And now let's have a quick preview. And as you can see, this is displaying all our different blog posts, titles, and excerpts. So this is working fine. And now let me demonstrate the collection. So drag and drop. And then we're going to add our different items. So click on this button here and right here by the side, as you can see, this has been added. And I can drag and drop any elements that you want, part of those items. So let's go ahead with one of those components, maybe the reusable testimonial here. So I'm going to drag and drop this inside the item. And now check this out. I'm going to duplicate the item twice so that now we actually have a collection. And now this is where it becomes interesting. If I go to collection, as you can see, at the moment it's set up as tabs, but I can change the behavior completely here by the side. As you can see, you have tabs, you have accordion, columns, and slider. So let's try accordion. As you can see, different layout. We have columns as well, and we have slider. So that means that now you only have to design it once, and you actually have 4 different types of elements you can reuse on your page without having to recreate everything from scratch. Now, how do you actually manage your entire site architecture? Your header, your footers, your 4-4 page, your single post template, your archive pages? Well, Crocoblock came up with a solution here that makes managing your site structure effortless and insanely clear. They took the entire WordPress site hierarchy and turned it into a fully visual interactive map. It's so clever, it blew me away. Check this out. If you go to your Croco Builder dashboard, you'll find a theme builder. And here you will find a visual representation of how your website is actually structured. As you can see here with the entire website, with the front page and the 4-4 page, followed by all the archive pages. Underneath, we have all our pages and the shop page if you are using WooCommerce. Back to the top. Now, our archives, depending on the type, if it's blog post, product CPT, or perhaps component CPT and so on, will then branch out in category archive, tag archive, and single post. And obviously we'll display our categories as post category single, and the same with our tags. Now, when you have a small number 1 next to it, that means you have a custom layout where you can define specific display conditions, and the changes you want to make to your page will be inserted here. As you can see, this is our header, and you can customize this singularly using Croco Builder. And for the developers watching, yes, it has native GitHub sync for proper version control and rollbacks. For this, simply go to your Croco Builder dashboard, go to versioning, and simply connect to GitHub. Now, this last feature here is going to make you really happy because this is where it all comes together. They've added native support for MCP. Again, back to your Croco Builder dashboard, we go to AI MCP, and from here you want to enable this, where you'll find all the different ways to set it up for Codex, Cloud Code, Cursor, VS Code, and Gemini CLI. But I think that this feature alone deserves its own video, so for now, let me give you a quick glimpse of what it can do. So use your favorite platform, so this could be Cloud, Gemini, Cursor, VS Code, or GitHub Copilot, and type in your prompt. So for instance, create a modern website for an architecture studio, use a dark theme with a minimum editorial style, include project showcase, services, and a contact page. And Crocoblock renders a complete multi-section page straight onto the canvas. And if you look at the element tree on the right, it didn't just dump raw code, it built out proper site architecture, so with the header, the hero, expertise, design process, and so on. I mean, think about that. One prompt in an external AI app and your entire WordPress backend gets constructed visually. Very good. So now, since this is a brand new product that Crocoblock are launching, there are special offers that might change over time. So please check the description below to see what's on offer at the moment of you watching this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.